Alright, here we go. We are back in Titan Reforge. We've been blasting the Rogue a lot on Titan Reforge. I actually didn't do a Death Knight raid last week. We just didn't get around to it. So I'm happy to be back on my Frosty Boy, Frost Death Knight. And we're not playing with any particular guild or anything like that I played with before. We just went in essentially looking for group chat, joined up with a pug raid, and we're popping off. It is 5:10 a.m. server time for them. So our pickings for raid were pretty slim, but Titan Reforge, which is Chinese version of World of Warcraft, is extremely, extremely popular. Like, if you are someone who plays Western World of Warcraft, it's hard to fathom how popular this is, like how many people are playing it. We got Chinese players raiding at 5 a.m. their time, putting together a whole pug raid of Serpent Shrine Cavern and Tempest Keep. It's pretty awesome. I've had a lot of fun on it. The main idea of this server, this Titan Reforge thing, is kind of like how Season of Discovery was an enhanced version of Vanilla. This is like an enhanced version of Wrath of Lich King. There's been a handful of like class changes, and some specs have been like redesigned and reworked. Like Subtlety Rogue is totally different, and it's like super cool and good now, and it wasn't really very good in regular Wrath. And then they took all the raids from level 60 and level 70 and level 80, and they like rebalanced them, restatted all the mobs and all the items to make all the raids from Vanilla, Burning Crusade, and Wrath to be 25-player, level 80 raids with level 80 loot in them. So it's really cool. That's why we're going through Serpent Shrine Cavern with a Death Knight, level 80. And, like, Death Knight tier didn't even exist in Molten Core and, Burning Crusade. So, like, there's new tier sets for Death Knights. So, like, all the stuff's, like, updated to work for Death Knights. Rod of the Sun King that I've got right here, this has runic power generation, so it works for Death Knights. You can transmog on this server, and I found a kind of funny transmog. I transmogged my Talon of Azshara and my Rod of the Sun King into Shoney's disarming tool, so they just look like stupid little wrenches. I thought it was kind of goofy. I liked it. Let me get some buffs here. Blast buff, food buff. I think they might be trying to replace one more person so we can be at a full 25. So we might be chilling for just a little bit here. Let me show you the rest of my gear. I got 5-piece Desecrator. That's the Death Knight. Oh, no, wait, they're moving somewhere. They're moving. I'm not on the voice comms with them, so I kind of just have to pay attention to what's going on and stay clued in. Anyways, Desecrator is the tier 5 set. The Serpent Shrine Cavern and Tempest Keep set for Death Knights. You got runic power generation from Blood Plague, and you've got increased duration of Unbreakable Armor and Ghoul Frenzy for your set bonuses. Not really like big, flashy, crazy set bonuses on these earlier sets, but with all these raids scaled up to level 80, we have 11 phases worth of raids to do. So I think it's pretty okay that they have some more modest set bonuses in the earlier phases. Like, this is the Death Knight set from Molten Core, the first phase. It is Horn of Winter, runic power generation, and Death Coil and Frost Strike deal 5% more damage. Right, so Talon of Azshara, this thing. Here's a hilarious item. The Barnacle Crusted Trophy. It's the Death Knight class trinket from this phase. Causes your Army of the Dead spell to summon Murlocs instead of zombies and deal 10% increased damage. You'll see that when we go to Hydross. I'll use my Army of the Dead. It actually changes it. It's not called Army of the Dead. It's called Army of the Deep now. Death Knight has been quite fun. I really like it. It's this item's hilarious. I love it. According to the Chinese simulator website, this item isn't even the best. I should be using this one, but it's just way too hilarious to have Army of Murlocs. So I'm like, I'll take the DPS loss, minor DPS loss, to summon some Murlocs, because that's awesome. So I think maybe we are clearing extra trash while we wait to try to find the 25th member. I would guess that's what's going on right now. Murdoch says, still hoping it gets a US release eventually. Yeah, I don't know what Blizzard will do. I can't say for sure, but I would say my guess is this is probably never coming to North America and European servers. However, if you are a Western World of Warcraft player and you want to play this, like I am, I'm from the United States, you can play this. It just takes a bit of extra work to set up a Chinese World of Warcraft account and connect to the Chinese servers. So it's a bit more hassle, but you can do it. And if you're interested in doing it, and you're watching live on Twitch, you can type !access in the chat. That links you to a little Google Doc. Actually, not very little. Big Google Doc that explains everything you got to do. And if you're watching this on YouTube, that same Google Doc will be linked in the video description down below. You can check that out. Decide, personally, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Personally, I feel like it was worth the extra hassle to set up. But, to each their own. Also, if you're going to try to play this and you are an English-speaking person, it's very important. You need to go onto the PvP #2 server, and you need to make an alliance side character, because that's where pretty much all of the English-speaking players are playing. So there's a German and English guild, there's an English guild, and pretty much all the Chinese players are aware that okay, all the foreigners are on this server, and a lot of them are pretty open to letting foreigners join the raids and accommodating them when they don't speak the language. My interactions with other Chinese players have been super positive. Everyone's happy to have me in the raid, basically. Using a VPN? No, not a VPN. I think the technical term is called a tunneling software, but I'm not totally sure on that. It's something called Gear Up. It's it puts my internet traffic on the highway instead of the side roads, and it really helps keep the connection more stable to the Chinese servers. And the information about the Gear Up software would be in the setup guide in the Google Doc that's in the video description. All that information is there for you. So we end up with about... Where's my thing? Oh, I'm mind controlled? I'm dead. We end up with 217 MS, so about 1/5 of 1 second delay, which is totally playable. Alright, we got rezzed. Oh, they almost fell in the water. Oh no. Yep. Alright, let's see. Some fresh buffies. So I think we're just clearing out as much trash as we possibly can while we wait for the 25th player. So once we do this, it's going to be boss as soon as we find this 25th. Rancid mushroom. Okay. I think we can grab a few more. Can we sneak by? I think everyone's just sneaking by. Okay. Maybe I gotta translate some of this raid chat so I get a better idea of what's happening here. We actually we could clear out... I think almost all the bosses are skippable. I think we could clear out all the trash while we wait, and then just do a super boss rush. What are those small-looking weapons you have? Oh, those are my regular weapons. I just transmogged them into Shoney's disarming tool, which is a little tiny wrench, because I thought it was funny. They're normally Talon of Azshara and Rod of the Sun King. Damage. Yo, Murdoch TV, thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. Thank you for 2 months of support on the channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day, Murdoch. Hope you're enjoying the stream as well. Little Death and Decay going down. Characters are stacked. Yeah, I mean, that's what happened. I mean, you play every lockout, you know, on every character. I missed one raid lockout on the Death Knight 1 week this entire phase, and every other character has done every raid every week. Well, I'm not running Molten Core anymore. That's like every current raid, right? I did Serpentron and Tempest Keep every week on every character. I got super lucky. I was able to get Biss main hand weapon on all 3 of my... Oh, shit. I'm not supposed to have threat here. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Right, I was super lucky. The first 2 weeks of this phase, I was able to get my Biss main hand weapon. Damn it. I was trying to take it easy and not do too much damage. Or not get myself too... Clearly, I'm distracted. Dedge. Yeah, I'm super Dedge. Murdoch has been such a help. Oh, I got whispered. What are they saying? Take it slow, don't DPS too fast. Yeah, I got clipped by some... Yeah. No, they're just saying to chill, bro. Chill, bro. Don't pump so much. I'll tell them, okay. And we will dial it back. One time I died, it was because I got mind controlled. That was like totally not my fault. I just got unlucky that I was the one that got targeted by mind control. That death was probably my fault. I could have just like not gone in and hit enemies. You are in the Uncle raid? You mean like Pokey Uncle? Or do you mean like Dad Gamer Uncle? Dad Gamer? Okay, yeah. You know, this is my Death Knight. Like, I don't have tricks of the trade like I do on my Rogue. On my Rogue characters, like, I can just trick of the trade my tank, and then I can do whatever the hell I want after that, because tricks of the trade just transfers all my threat into the tank. This character does not have any threat transfer type of ability. Is that a Holy Paladin with a Thunder Fury? Maybe? I mean, it's probably just transmogged. Yeah, Light Fathom Scepter transmogged into Thunder Fury. Macedo says, what do you call a raid group with 3 resto druids? A threesome. Nice. That gets a thumbs up from me. I like that. Please come back with more jokes of similar quality. That was good. All right, let's see if we can translate the raid chat. Maybe figure out what's going on. Arguing the case, fined 500. Maybe you should form a DPS group. Even with 3 healers, you can still do it. You just call it when the trash is cleared. They're talking about fining people? Okay, maybe I need to scroll up and read more. Messages from... this is the stuff that was mentioned before. Didn't say anything. Deduct. We told you not to be stubborn. Deduct 300. I've been watching. The shaman guy has been talking for a long time. He's been saying it the whole time. Something's going on that they are not happy with. Whoops. It's too much text. Alright, so we're backing up in the chat log a little bit more. You can recruit a Resto Shaman. I can switch to Discipline Priest. Been calling for one for a long time. We've already started. I can switch to Nature's Defense. Alright, what are the more recent messages? Here's the more recent messages. Don't want a Shadow Priest. Play it safe. I think they're still trying to fill the 25th spot. I think that's what's happening. Oh, they got a Shaman in. Wait, this other Shaman just left. Okay. Is it this boss that sucks? This is probably one of the best bosses. I mean, you just sit there and hit the boss, and occasionally you get unlucky and he puts you in a bubble and you get a 10-second timeout. But mostly, no mechanics, hit the boss. Oh, okay, maybe... Okay, I think this was... So this guy joined, then I think this is the guy that said he could, like, switch to his priest, and now we got a priest on. So I've got Strength Food, Flask, Horn of Winter. I think I'm good on buffs right now. I think they're buffing up, and I think we're gonna get it going. Warlock and Priest talking in raid chat says, what's there to be ambitious about? Shadow Priest casting mana burn. Yeah, whatever. Alright, it's boss time. It's boss time. Army of the Dead. Why does Ghoul Summon not work? I don't know why Ghoul Summon doesn't work. What the hell's wrong? I have no idea. It's not macroed, it's just a regular keybind. It's kind of a problem, though. God, I just dropped my diseases because I'm trying to figure out why I can't cast Ghoul Summon. It's not good. I don't know what the deal is. I keep trying to cast it. Nice. Talon, Luminescent Rod of the Naru, Mantle of the Tireless Tracker, Talon of Azshara. Okay, what? I have no idea why I couldn't cast Summon Ghoul. Maximum of 1 Ghoul. You must supply. No corpses available. You must supply corpse dust. No, I have the glyph. No longer requires a reagent. So I should be fine there. I have no idea what was going on. I mean, that ghoul is a good amount of damage. Like, I lost DPS because I was, like, attention loss, basically. Because I kept trying to cast it and it wasn't going. And I also lost DPS because I couldn't summon the ghoul. How much? I don't know. But it's a good amount of damage from that thing. I mean, I kept pressing the keybind and it just wasn't going. Mentally stun locked by the lack of the ghoul, Johnner. I wasn't stunned by the ghoul, I was stunned by the lack of the ghoul. We got the ghoul summon this time. I summoned it pre-combat, which is not normally what I do, but I just thought maybe that'll work as opposed to not summoning it at all. And it did work. Alright, they're going on this guy now. My runes are kind of mixed up. There we go. Okay, not bad. 5th on the meter. Nice. What's the next Titan Forge phase? Next Titan Forge phase is Naxxramas, and it comes out at the start of April, like April 1st or April 2nd, depending on your time zone. I think for me, it's April 1st, 6 p.m. local. So we might try to send a raid, like, right as it comes out. We'll see. Alright, Fathom, Brooch of the Tidewalker, Shaman Trinket, Protector, and Spyglass of the Hidden Fleet. Stamina and self-healing activation. What a terrible trinket. Everyone's moving around to here. I feel like I do less DPS because I transmogged my weapons to be small, stupid wrenches. I shouldn't have transmogged them to be small, stupid wrenches, dude. I should have made them be giant fucking maces or swords or something. Alright, let my runes come up. Army. Army of the Murlocs is whirlwinding. Hit my defensive cooldown. Forget the name of it. Icebound Fortitude. Yeah, that's the one. I really can't tell which direction he's facing right now. I'm just going to go on the side with the most pets, because pets usually go directly behind. Can anyone else tell which direction? I think he's facing off to the upper right of the screen. We moved a little bit. Okay. I was back in human form. Gonna transition soon to the next phase. I'm gonna hold my unbreakable armor, because I think if I pop it now, I'll waste most of the duration. Yeah, there's the transition. There, I think this is the tank. So if I look for the orange dot, that helps me know which way the boss should be facing. That is not the tank that's on this boss, though. Orange dot is not the tank for Leotheras. Come on! Alright. Everyone's checking the boss. Everyone's checking it. Is there a legendary weapon? There's a tsunami talisman. That's lucky. Alright, a few deaths. Now we keep going. Let's see. We did Morogrim. We did the bosses in a weird order. So we got to go back out. We got to do Lurker and Hydross still. And then we'll do Lady Vashj. Wait, did anyone hit the panel? I don't know if anyone hit the panel. Let's just assume someone hit the panel thing. Excuse me. After each boss, you have to right-click on this, like, control panel. Oh, some people fell off. They're in the water now. Oh, we didn't kill Lurker Below. So the water is boiling. They get this boiling water debuff. Back to Hydross. Oh, the person that was in the boiling water, they are dead. Okay. Hydross, the fourth boss the boss that everyone knows is the 4th boss of Serpentshrine Cavern. Oh, they say DK something? I gotta read it. Maybe they're asking for Path of Frost. DK here requesting King's thanks. Oh, okay. That, yeah. Pull me down, I fell into the water. Pull is usually translated by for summoning. It's asking for a summon. Bro, I'm so tilted by the lack of summon ghoul on Morogrim. Like, what? I have no idea what was going on, and I spent so much, like, attention trying to figure out and try different ways to cast Raise Ghoul. Or Raise Dead. I was so tilted by that. So I think I'll just go with the pre-combat ghoul summoning for now, because that seems to be working. Oh, no. Giga stunned. All the melees. Stunned again. Looks like they're getting ready to move it. Oh, threat. Alright, we're in the nature phase now. Nice. Unbreakable armor with a potion of haste. Potion of speed. Nice. Finish strong with a bunch of frost strikes. Nice. That was a good one. I'm happy with that one. I'm no longer tilted about Morogrim. Totally over it with Morogrim. What do we get loot-wise? Scarab of Displacement. 102 stamina. Defense rating. Use increases defense rating even more. Pauldron. Ooh, Pauldrons of the War. Bro, these items... This is such a fucking cool-looking shoulder. Love this shoulder. I use this shoulder transmog on my Mist of Pandaria characters all the time. That I never log into anymore. Mop has been really useful, though. Having some high-level characters on Mop, what I use them for is I go and I solo all these old raids. The raids that I'm doing in Titan Reforge and the raids that I'm doing in Burning Crusade. I solo the raids on Mop, on my rogue on Mop, and then I take screenshots of all the bosses so I can have good screenshots to use for my YouTube thumbnails for my Burning Crusade raids and my Titan Reforge raids. Yep, screenshots for thumbnails. It's actually all a lie. If you look at all my YouTube thumbnails, like, they're all actually Mr. Pandaria screenshots used for the thumbnails. But they're for Titan Reforge videos and Burning Crusade videos. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have refreshed disease there. I should have used, Unbreakable Armor. Now I've got it. Could have done that a few seconds earlier. Oh, am I gonna lose these diseases? No, he's going underwater anyways. Okay, we're good. Do they maybe not want these to be killed? Maybe I'll stop refreshing diseases. They might try to crowd control those. They put a skull target on it. Yeah, I'm gonna let my diseases drop. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. We just hang out. Go for boss. Wait, do you, like, have to kill more of them before the boss spawns? It seems like it's taking a long time. Nope, boss is up. Okay. Does a breath attack. Immediately when he comes up. About to do another breath. There it goes. You can just spin, spin, spin. Unbreakable armor. Last time for the fight. Nice. Okay. What do we get? There's a pendant of conquest or something. No, ring of pendant of... I'm not sure. We'll have to pay attention to the bids at the end. I think the necklace I want drops off of that guy. It didn't drop there, but maybe it drops off something else and I just don't remember. Big hit. Big obliterate. That's nice. Dude, all of the giant damage I do with frost strikes and obliterates on Death Knight is pretty satisfying. Alright, away we go. Finally to Lady Vashj. What? Oh, did they miss one of the things that they're supposed to click to be able to get to Vashj? Yeah, I think so. They're running to go get it from one of the first 3 bosses. Let's see what's going on in raid chat. Chilling right here. What's raid chat talking about? When I bring my Shadow Priest, no trinkets drop. When I don't, they drop every run. That's how it works in Western WoW too. The items always drop when you're on the character that doesn't need them. Makes me want to invite you to Chengdu to hang out. Don't call out like that late at night. I don't know exactly what they're saying there. Alright, Lady Vashj time. Did healers request melee to just stand in the water now? Dearwin, on that boss, the water doesn't do very much damage, and it lets the melee position in such a way that when they get knocked back, they don't lose melee attack time on the boss. So because it's pretty minor and it's damage on the melee players, and it's a pretty noticeable improvement in their damage output, that's pretty much just been the standard strategy in every group I've been in. Bovane says there are still people raiding Scarlet Enclave on SOD and not like 1 or 2 raids. There's at least 20 reports for today. What if we logged into SOD after this raid and just saw if anyone was hitting up a Scarlet Enclave? I wonder what time it'll be by then. I mean, it's probably going to take us at least another hour to clear this. Didn't you hate that effing raid? I mean, I hated it when it came out, and then they nerfed it like a dozen times. And then I also got a bunch of the gear that made my characters overpowered, so now it's like kind of okay. But the condition and difficulty that it released in was absolutely miserable and not okay. Oh, shit. Hope I don't get static shocked here. I don't have Cloak of Shadows on this character to get rid of it like I do on my rogues. Oh, that's phase transition. Okay, pretty good. Oh shit, we're all getting blasted by that lightning. Okay, who knows about the Season of Discovery rating situation? I don't, but I like heard some things. Can you confirm? What I heard is pretty much everyone is on the Wild Growth PvE server now, and they opened free transfers from Crusader Strike to Wild Growth. Does that track? Is that right? Pretty much everyone's on Wild Growth? Okay. Yep. Okay. I've got an Alliance character, and I've got 3 Horde characters that are all Scarlet Enclave geared. You think there's more people Alliance or Horde? Few holding out on Crusader Strike, but mainly Wild Growth. Okay. Still raided Enclave a month ago, and my guild there is still doing 3x runs a week. Okay, nice. A lot of damage I just did to that thing. Alright, skipping this track. Nope, we didn't skip ahead far enough. There we go. We could check the, like, data probably on Ironforge.pro to show, like, number of active raiders on the servers. $933 raiders on Winter Wild Growth past week and 0 elsewhere. Oh, damn. No Crusader Strikers, according to Ironforge.pro, huh? Or at least none that are logging their raids. Nope. Coilfang, dude. Strider needs to not get near me and fear me, and that's not good. Okay. Vashj up. Heroism up. Summon Ghoul. No, 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 no. Keep me alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. We're immobilized inside of the poison slime. And I didn't have runic power to even activate anti-magic shell at first. Oh, more poison slime. It's dangerous. Let's do Icebound Fortitude, defensive. Human Racial, get out of this. Rocket Boot to catch up. Anti-magic shell. I got no other juice to do anything with this. Oh, I lived somehow. Oh my god, the healers are insane. I don't know how they keep me up with all this poison clouds. Alright, Kraken Heart Breastplate, please. Kraken Heart Breastplate, maybe? Fang of Vashj. Vanquisher. I don't think that's the stuff we want. Okay, let's double check. Let's pay attention to this. We want a necklace, and we want a chest piece, and we want a bracer, and I think a ring out of Tempest Keep, so that wouldn't be here. Let's see. Chest piece tier is from Tempest Keep as well. There was a Tsunami Talisman, but I don't think that's even good for me. Wasn't on the Abyss list that I saw. Alright, we could start moving to the next place. I don't think anything that was good dropped for me, so let's get a move on and keep paying attention to the bids so we don't miss anything in case, you know, whatever. Talon, already have it. Talon of Alar, different item. Talon of Azshara, Talon of Alar. Usually when people say Talon, they mean this one, the sword. Wraps of Purification Cloth, Pauldrons of the War Dancer. We don't want those. They are like a strength plate DPS item, but not good for me in particular. Our tier set is pretty good. We like it, and we've already got it. You guys think Heartraiser's gonna drop again? This would be like my third time seeing Heartraiser on my Death Knight. Never on the rogues, though. Never, ever on the rogues. Warlock, 100 gold bid. It's 5,000 gold bid. Dabsy. Choker of Animalistic Fury. Kraken. Wait, this dropped and I didn't notice? Alright. Good thing we're paying attention. Oh, yeah. See, I just saw Fang of Vashj Helm. And it was right up there. There it is. Krakenheart Breastplate. Nice. $8,500 warrior. Tsunami Talisman. 100 gold. To me. Me and that warrior, we are built differently. I am a peasant bidding on cheap items when I can get them. What? Wait, we got outbid on the breastplate at the last second. What? Canceled? Wait, what happened? Hang on. What? Auction canceled for a Carapace of the Old God. The chest armor will be auctioned later, they say. Sure. Sure, no problem. I've never had that happen on an item that I was trying to get. I've seen them, like, cancel things and bid them later. I just usually figured it's because, like, oh, you know, no one wanted it. We're going to try to auction it again to see if anyone will buy it. But this one had active bids on it. China WoW. No, Johnner. China WoW does not have the WoW token, actually. Oh, wait, they're bidding it again? But on this server, gold buying through third parties is totally allowed, and you can just do whatever you want, basically. Which, like, I'd prefer to not have gold buying and have the rules actually be enforced, but that doesn't really exist on any server anywhere. Do I want to go 500 for this breastplate? Not really. Okay, 500. Final offer. What is he going? What is he saying? He's dotting me. What's going on? Just missing this one piece. Almost. Alright, we paid 500 for the breastplate as a big W. I'm getting whispered. You take it. I didn't notice. Jose. Thank you, sir. I'd need this. And just one or two other items. Almost fully geared. Hopefully that translates well. Let's see. Conqueror, Orca Hides, Glorious Gauntlets of the Crestfall. Let me see. Can I get this loot from the Druid? 500. 1, 2, 3. All right. Alright, that's good. So this will replace Desecrator chest piece. And it'll drop my expertise down a little bit. And then maybe I could pick up some expertise in the other slots. But like, yeah, it's good pickup. It's same item level, I think. Is this a 226? Hang on. My regular tooltips don't show it, but I can find item levels here. 219. Yeah, okay, so it's same item level as Desecrator chest piece, but better stat allocation. Gives us room to get some expertise on other slots as well without overcapping. Yeah, so basically what I was talking before about the gold buying situation is on this server it's just totally allowed, and it's like what I would prefer is a server where gold buying is not allowed and that rule is actually enforced thoroughly to the point where, you know, if you gold buy, you're very likely to get banned, and, you know, people aren't going to be doing that very much. What we have, that's like the magical fantasy land that doesn't exist, which would be the best situation. What we have in North America is gold buying is not allowed and not really well enforced. So you have this really weird, like, gray area of, like, buying gold, but you're probably not going to get punished. So then you have people that are, you know, some people like me that follow the rules but feel like a stupid idiot because, like, all these other people are getting way ahead because they're buying gold and not getting punished and not having to work for it, whereas me, I'm playing honestly and by the rules, and I am behind because of it. And it's this weird like gray area because it's against the rules but not enforced. So how it is, the third option is how it is on Titan Reforge, where it's just like, you can buy gold if you want to, do whatever. You're not going to get banned for buying gold. And if I had to pick between the two different realistic options of how it is in, you know, the Western servers and how it is on Titan Reforge, I really rather have it the way it is on Titan Reforge. Because, like, I hate the, like, gray area type of, like, technically against the rules, kind of like weird situation that it is in North America. Or like Western WoW servers, where it's against the rules, but Blizzard just doesn't put forth the effort to enforce their own rules. Now, if we could have that magical fantasy land where it's against the rules and the rules are actually enforced, that would be the best of, you know, the best option, but that doesn't exist. And, like, even though gold buying is allowed here, I feel like it's just, like, it feels less weird about it, because it's like, if people want to buy gold, they can buy gold, and they're not, like, weird about it, I guess. I hope that all makes sense. I'm kind of rambling at this point. We should just do the raid. Let's see, the Death Knight, the other Death Knight, I think this is the Death Knight. Yeah, it's the Death Knight that was messaging me, saying about these two items. So you got a fresh food buff now. I go, whoopsies. Go over here, trying to multitask some stuff, translate what that Death Knight was saying. Between these two weapons, which is better for the offhand, Skullbreaker or Scepter of the Sun King? He was putting in raid chat, and they said, oh, this is probably Skullbreaker, Empyrean Demolisher. Arkinito says, hello, Simon. Hello, chat. We good? We pumping Big Damn? Pretty much. I mean, you know, Frosty K, not really the, like, meta build for Death Knights. Why can I not do this? So, you know, we're a little behind, but it's the build I like playing. We've been top 5, you know, on most of the bosses. Top 5, no, not quite top 5. Well, we've been doing all right. We're doing all right. That's what's important. Unholy OP and Titan Reforge as well. Can't escape Unholy DK. Yeah, bro, I just don't want to be a gargoyle bot, you know? Summon pet does all your damage. That shit's boring. That's lame. Gotta be careful here. If there's any Moonkins doing like Starfall or something, you can pull the boss as it flies around. Hands off the keyboard while the boss is close. I don't want to be the one that accidentally pulls it. Let's just skip this track, go to Persona 5 music, let's go. Alright, food buff is up, flask buff is up. We're in blood presence, that's what we want to be in. Alright. Everything's good. The mage says, I saw your videos on YouTube before. Very cool. I hope you enjoy them. Alar, Phoenix God. Waiting. I think we're gonna Army of the Dead in the bottom phase. When it, you know, not at the top. We'll see. Maybe I should just Army of the Dead as soon as Heroism comes out. Maybe that's the play. If I Army of the Dead after they cast Heroism, does my army get the benefit of the Heroism? Or does the army have to be out before Heroism gets cast to get the Heroism buff? Oh shit, we're in. We're just saving Army of the Dead till the bottom phase anyways. Heroism's out. Boop, 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 boop. Tank's already in position. Nice. Oh, shit. Okay, I pressed the wrong button there. It's fine. Come on. There we go. Disease Refresh got, like, resisted, I think, a couple of times. Ooh, we're gonna drop diseases here. Lost my mouse cursor for a second. Oh shit, now he's flying again. Shame there's no lock to counter their blasting. Yeah, bro, maybe Blasted Boy needs to make a comeback on Titan Reforge. Although, honestly, I didn't really like Wrath of Lich King Warlock. Honestly, what I like about Burning Crusade Warlock is its simplicity and power. And, like, in Wrath of Lich King, Warlock got a lot more complicated. Like, there was more shit you had to do, and time this cooldown with that cooldown, and it was no longer just cast a bunch of Shadow Bolts and vibe. It's like, you know, for a lot of people, maybe they liked a little bit more complexity in their class, but for me, it really killed the appeal of Warlock. Uh-oh, the rogue is gonna... Is the rogue gonna die? Are they gonna evasion or what? Oh, no, tank's here now. We're good, we're good. Fall down. Oh, Ember of Alar? You don't want to fight that thing. Alright, so Alar's gonna pop up in the middle. We're going to Army of the Deep. Ghoul summon also. Nice. Oh no, I'm in the fire thing. I got 2 stacks of the fire thing. Not too many, but it's not great. Minimal stacks of the fire debuff is what you want. I will probably get another Empower Rune Weapon also. That cooldown's gonna come up in like 30 seconds. That'll be good. Reset all the runes. God. Let's see where the edge of that was. There's the boss. We can empower Rune Weapon this time. No! Did the thing right on top of me. Now I got 6 stacks of this bullshit. Too much runic power. Been overcapping that a little bit. That's not good. Up in the air. You know of any other future raids that will be on Titan Reforge beyond Nax? Literally all of the level 60 to 80 raids. Everything from Vanilla, Burning Crusade, and Wrath. There's 11 total phases of raids. Yeah, this is a case of I have too many resources. Can't spend all my runes and all my cooldowns and all my runic power. No, up in the air right at the end. I don't think it can die when it's midair. I think it has to complete this cycle. Yeah, see, it stays at 1 health. Unkillable. What raid is in what phase? No, all we have is like data mining, but the data mining, you know, has been correct so far. Gloves of the Searing Grip, Mindstorm wristbands, Phoenix Wing Cloak, Pauldrons of the Conqueror. Okay, nice. The Void Reaver we go. Oh shit, they got the title Coilfang Purifier. Oh, is that from the PvP event of this season? Then maybe they did a bunch of PvP. They got a bunch of honor kills in the Coilfang Reservoir. That for clearing Serpent Shrine? Oh, I've got that title too. Okay, I see. I just hadn't seen that title before, so I thought it was something new or whatever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Taking some damage here. Can't put diseases on those big robot guys. That makes sense, dude. Robots, you know, aren't usually afflicted by diseases. They're afflicted by viruses. It's different. A disease-based Death Knight, not a virus-based Death Knight. Oh, yeet. Oh, double yeet. Okay. 2 more trash packs, then it's Void Reaver. Wonder which updated raid is going to be the hardest in Titan Reforge. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're intentionally making most of the raids easy, you know? I think that's the goal. Like, they're, you know, my impression is, I don't know this for sure. I don't know the minds of whoever's making the decisions, but my impression is these raids are, like, intentionally easier. And, like, that attracts a way wider demographic of players. Or, like, way wider group of players. Like, people who have never played WoW before. They can still be successful and have fun and get loot in these raids. After those archery facts last night, Hunter ult when? I don't know. I mean, Hunter is good in Burning Crusade. You know, that could be a thing. But I got that 57 rogue that I still got to level up a bit more. You know, I feel like it'd be lame to, like, go switch to a Hunter and just leave the 57 rogue in the dust. Hunter time, do it. Yeah, but I'm literally, if I play a Hunter, I'm literally never going to melee weave, okay? Leave it in the dust. I think it could be better content to have a wider variety of characters. Wait, after you heard me say I'm not melee weaving, you said stay rogue? Ranged only, Kek W. Okay, but listen. Winch. I've played in raids where I play backstab rogue, where I play mutilate rogue. Oh, what the hell? They're going way early. What the hell was that? That was a giga early pull. Alright, right. What I'm saying is, I probably don't need to melee weave to top the meters as a Hunter in the raids I'm playing in. Because I can beat the raids that I'm currently in. I can beat the Hunters in the raids that I'm currently in on my rogue, playing stuff like Envenom Combat, Backstab, and Mutilate. Fuck your pre-pots, said the tank. Yeah, we still just run in here and get it done, you know? I'm sure we'll be fine. There we go, got that up. Oh, we still got to do an Empower rune weapon. Okay, this is actually, we're coming up on a good Empower right here. That's good. Perfect. Okay. Not the most perfect of all time Empower rune weapon, but, you know, it worked. Okay. Obliterating. We're number 2 on the meter. Wait. The mage that's beating me is the one that was, like, asking me if I was a streamer and then said, I like your YouTube videos. Or, no, he didn't say he liked them. He said he's seen them. That's technically different. I mean, we got about a 300 DPS gap. The mage is ahead of me by. I don't think we're going to pull up on that. I think he's going to stay ahead. I think he's got this. What's the average DPS needed for this tier of content? I have no idea. While I did fail to clear Molten Core with a few groups, I've never been in a Tempest Keep or Serpent Shrine group that failed to clear the ID, so I have no idea what the minimum DPS is for this. Alright, we almost got Ghoul Summon. Ghoul Summon up. Unbreakable Armor up. Good. Now another mage is beating. Oh my god. We're getting trucked by the mages. Come on. We're close. I mean, we might end second. We might end third or fourth. It's actually pretty close among a lot of these damage dealers. Just got to do our rotation as best we can. Cast as many obliterates as we can. Unbreakable armor up again. Blood tap for extra obliterate. Obliterate. Howling blast. Obliterate. Frost strike. Frost strike. Frost strike. Disease refresh. Obliterate. Obliterate. This boss we can play one-handed, you see. I don't need the other hand. So, no movement, pump the boss type of situation. Wait, I got to the top? I was totally not expecting that. I'm on top. Hat Brother wins again. Nice. Void Reaver, Greaves, Pauldrons, Warp Spring Coil. Yeah, rolled up that mage pack. Pulled ahead at the end. We got one talent that helps us at the end. Merciless Combat. Icy Touch, Howling Blast, Obliterate, and Frost Strike do an additional 12% damage when striking targets with less than 35% health. Demand to see the photo finish. 1.95 million, 1.94 million. So that Details is reporting a damage difference of only 10,000 damage, which is like one obliterate. Heartraiser dropping for sure. Bro. This item, Heartraiser, has fucking traumatized me. It drops so many times on my Death Knight and never on either of my rogues. How's your gear compared to the current phase? Are you pre-bis, bis, a mix? I'm close to bis. There's like a ring upgrade I could get, a necklace upgrade I could get, and I believe a bracer upgrade that I could get. And then, like, I could get maybe a legendary Thunder Fury or legendary necklace, but I don't really count those. Everything else just phase bis. For SSC or TK? Between these two, I definitely say I like TK more. I don't know. It's just like fish people in Serpentine Cavern. They're just not that exciting. You know, who cares? You know, fucking fish people. Like, whatever. It's just not... Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's... not exciting. Gonna be able to save for the legendary daggers. But we're down 500 gold in this raid. Previous raid, we spent 300, got paid 597, so that's plus 297, but then minus the cost of my consumables. Let's see. Oh shit, Lockheed is online. He says hi in guild chat. Hello. Alright. If they put out a 10-second pull timer, do you think they're gonna pull at 5 seconds again? Should we just immediately Army of the Dead when the 10-second timer goes out? I think I should... This is my plan. We either Army of the Dead on 7 seconds, or we start casting Army of the Dead the moment we see someone start holding W to go towards the boss. Oh, okay. Wait, respecting the pull timer? Nice. Cheeky little Owling Blast there. Some AoE damage. Somehow my thing fell off of the boss. And then, man, maybe my hit chance is pretty low. I feel like I'm getting a lot of resists on Pestilence today. Whatever, the Kraken Heart Breastplate should help that. I think that thing has a hit chance on it. Immune. Okay, good. Alright, we're gonna bet that it's here and not there. Because there's two right here. So I have twice the chance to be correct. Oh, I maybe shouldn't have Unbreakable Armored. I think it's about to go invisible. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah. So I wasted about half of that. Should have held it for after this invisibility phase. Alright, again, we'll pick the location with multiple. Oh, I think I was trying to Owling Blast while I was silenced. And it wasn't working because it counts as a spell. Demon Phase. Summon a new ghoul. Okay, good, good. Obliterate. Obliterate. Frost Strike. Frost Strike. Frost Strike. Disease Refresh. Feared. Human Racial immediately. Get rid of that shit. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, wow. Heartraiser didn't drop. That's crazy. Mantle of the Elven Kings. Boots of the Resilient. Ethereum Lifestaff. Star Strider Boots. What's the human racial? There's two different human racials. Actually, all the Alliance races got new racials on Titan Reforge. Because basically all the Horde races had damage gain racials, like Blood Fury, Berserker, whatever. They had a bunch of damage gain racials, so everyone was like, Horde's better. So when they made this server, they're like, Every Alliance race is getting some kind of damage gain racial. And they just keep their old racials too. They didn't like remove the old racials. So human has 2 really fucking good ones. Lionheart is the new racial. 3-minute cooldown, activated effect, 15% bonus crit chance for 15 seconds. That's wild. It's so good. And then you still have Will to Survive, which is a PvP trinket, basically. It instantly removes any crowd control effect on you. A fear, a stun, a slow, anything like that. So it's really good on like every boss fight that does any of those effects to you, because you can just immediately negate the effect and go back to dealing damage. We'll see how they want to pull this. Some groups try to do it all at once. Others try to go 1 pack at a time. Some groups just skip the pack in the back. Don't kill it at all. Looks like they're bringing it all together all at once. Alright, diseases on everything. And we'll Howling Blast from range. The death and decay is down also. Nice. Alright, Kael'thas time. For the second time today. We did 2 raids today. Giga raid day. Back to back. I think one of the great things about Titan Reforge, which could be a great thing about any version of the game, but there's so many players playing this that you can find a pug raid for any raid you can find a pug raid at any time of the day that works for you. Join it, play the game, vibe, have fun, and like go about your day. You can't do that on the lower population, you know, servers that I've been playing on, you know, like I can't do that on TBC Anniversary. Like there are raid pugs during prime time and largely not outside of that. They're very rare outside of that. What's Draenei racial? I think Draenei racial got changed from being an aura that gives everyone hit chance to being 2% hit for just you. So I'm not sure if it's an I can't remember if maybe Draenei's got an active ability too, or they just got the change from like aura to personal buff.
A pity you are too late to stop it. No one can stop me now. Salama Ashalanore. Let us see how your nerves hold up against the Darkener, Thaladred. Prepare yourselves! Persevered against some of my best advisors.
Oh shit, Kazakh up, says Winch. Oh, that's crazy. Can you like hold it for like 15 minutes? Then I'll be done with this, and then I can log in on Burning Crusade, and we can do Kazakh. You just tell everyone to wait for the streamer. Make sure to ping Goof Troop.
See to it that your stay here is a short one.
Thus endure I reign supreme.
I think I can actually load 2 clients at once, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna focus on one thing at a time.
proven worthy to test your skills against my master engineer, Telonicus.
I did not do very much damage on these guys. I don't want to get clipped by one of these bombs. It'll get so embarrassing to die to these bombs. I'm always, what I should say is, I'm always super embarrassed when I die to the bombs on that guy.
As you see, I have many weapons in my arsenal.
A lot of DPS on this weapon phase. My eyes just blown up. Medical attention required. Oh, shit, call. Too many spell effects on screen at once. I understand. Let's see. We want the Warp Slicer. Giga Insane Weapon. Let's see. Where did it go? Right here. We put that there. Rod of the Sun King in the offhand. The Rune of Razor Ice.
It would be unfair to make you fight all four
Alright.
advisors at once, but fair treatment was never shown to my people. I'm just returning the favor.
A little worried. Master Engineer Telonicus, the Mad Bomber. He's still alive, throwing bombs. Alright, now Telonicus is dead. Okay, now he's dead. Now we're pretty much safe. Good. Okay. Alright, we're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling. We should probably Army of the Dead.
This is not.
Alas, sometimes one must take matters into one's own hands.
Big damage time. Oh shit. I just got feared. No! And I dropped my disease. Okay, I needed to use my human racial earlier. I thought I had Empower Rune Weapon. I forgot I used it during the weapons phase to do more AoE blast. But I kind of like planned my rune usage in my head on that opener, assuming I could press Empower Rune Weapon. And then when I went to press Empower Rune Weapon, it's just like, oh, it's still got 2 minutes on cooldown. That plan was bad. That was a terrible plan. And then I got feared, and then, you know, kind of, whatever. Now we're here. No, I got feared again! So what's happening is the warriors are getting mind controlled, and then they're just blowing their fears while mind controlled. There isn't, like, normally a fear mechanic on this boss. Phase transition. Okay.
This far to be stopped. The future I have planned will not be jeopardized. Now you will taste true power.
Shamans to drop tremors. Yeah, that could help. Okay, Ghoul coming up in a little under a minute. So we should be able to get another one before the fight's over. Alright, now I have Empower Rune Weapon. So I could go for another one of those. No, please don't drop my disease. I'm dropping diseases. Oh. So he's got a little damage reflect, so I have to be kind of careful. If my health gets low, I have to stop attacking and wait for heal. So I don't die like a dog. Just attacking the reflect mob. Alright, Ghoul Summon. Obliterate, Owling Blast. Obliterate, Obliterate, Empower Rune Weapon, Refresh Disease. Spend, this, that, this one, Refresh Disease, Obliterate, moving up. There's some Ret Paladins ahead of me. I'm probably not closing the gap on them. Be far ahead. Although, that's what I said about the mage last time. And then I ended up closing the gap anyways. Up my Icebound Fortitude, so I take less damage. There's a little Unbreakable Armor. Damage bonus. It's called Unbreakable Armor, but really the important part of what that spell does is 25% increase to strength for 23 seconds. Or 20 seconds, whatever. Yeah, it's called Unbreakable Armor, but really it's a DPS buff. Alright, closing the gap on the Ret Paladins as we speak. Not lasting 6 more seconds. Spend the purples on an Obliterate instead of a Disease Refresh. Nice! That was good. Hunter is hunting? Yeah, Dabsy has been kind of fucking owning. Dabsy's been doing great. Sunhawk leggings. Conqueror shoulder. Vanquisher shoulder. We've double checking. Yeah, we are 5 of 5 tier sets. We don't need any of that. There's a bracer I want. A necklace I want. We get a Ranger General ring. Nexus Key, Verdant Sphere, Royal Gauntlets of the Silver Moon. What are these? These are like some stupid tank gauntlets, I think. Why can't I click them? There we go. Big pog damage. Yikes, tank gauntlets. Triple leggy owns Dabsy. Are you saying you have triple legendaries? Yo, Earthsinger's Eye, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming. Happy to see your name again. 27 months of support on the channel. That's over 2 years. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Earthsinger's Eye, hope you're having a wonderful day. I appreciate your continued support on the stream and hope you're enjoying the stream too. Funny to see you not on a rogue. Yeah, rogue is like my thing. So we aren't, you know, not being on rogue is a little weird. I agree. Bellpump says, with respect to raids in TBC, if there were GDKP, you would see more daytime raids. Yeah. I mean, if there's... It doesn't necessarily have to be GDKP, but there's changes they could make that would make pug raiding better. And I think the compelling thing about GDKP, that doesn't really even have to do anything about GDKP specifically, but something that GDKP accomplishes that I think drives a lot of the good benefits of the system is they create a reward that's valuable for all players and only happens at the very end of the raid. So you get players who don't need gear, who are already geared and experienced, still attending the raids. You get players staying all the way to the end of the raid instead of dipping out after the boss drops their soft reserve. Or doesn't drop their soft reserve, and then they don't need any loot, and then they dip out. I think you could achieve that in a lot of different ways, having a valuable reward at the end of the raid that's valuable to all players. So I don't think it'd be that hard for Blizzard to create something like that. But yeah, I mean, I view that as like the main part about GDKP that like a legitimate player would enjoy and choose a GDKP raid because of that. Never did a GDKP. Do you need a certain amount of gold to join? I have never been gold checked for a raid in Titan Reforge. Different group leaders will run their raids differently. Some group leaders will gold check members and be like, do you have enough gold to spend? Others will just say, fuck it, if you don't have gold to spend, you'll get a payout, but you probably won't win much loot. Different people can run it different ways, Do you think Hemo build in TBC is good, or should I just stick with regular IEA? I mean, I think the combat hemorrhage build in terms of raiding in TBC, more of a fringe build. It's okay, but it's probably not the optimal thing to be doing. Wait, he just bounced. What did he say? Said something and then bounced. Mage, can we get a portal? Alright, that's a normal thing to say. Then the portal went up, he took it, and he bounced. Guessing maybe he expected that the payout for this raid would not be very much. So he just... Adios. I feel like I missed some conversations here. I'm scrolling up. Oh yeah, Dabsy, you said you had triple legendary? Okay, I gotta inspect that shit. Dabsy, triple legendary. Triple leggy owns. Wait. Wait, you have no legendaries. I can use 3 here. Oh, like you could have the necklace, Thunder Fury, and what else? Oh, no. The legendaries on this particular fight. Okay, I get it now. The legendaries on this particular fight. You get to use Netherstrand Longbow and Warp Slicer and Infinity Blade or whatever the combination is. Yeah, I only get to use one of them. It's not as good. Yeah, okay, I get it now. We got a payout of 756. Not too bad. Look at that. Total pot was, I think, 17,400, so that didn't reach the threshold to pay out any bonuses to anyone. Okay. So that's a 256 gold profit, and we got our best in slot chest piece. Sweet. Krakenheart breastplate. Hit rating 64, armor penetration 72, 115 strength. Whoa, it's got a shitload more strength than this one. This one's got 98 and 105 stamina. 64, 72. Yeah, this item's just seems like it's just better. Nice. All right, put that there. We'll have to get it gemmed in. Oh, it's ugly though. Oh no, we have to transmog it. There's nothing. There's no way. No fucking way. We're going from this to this. That's not tolerant. I cannot tolerate that. Put a tabard on. Your shoulders are big enough to... Oh, yeah. If I have, let's see, tabard of the Ebon. I don't know. The green still shows through around my neck. Keepers of Time tabard. We have to transmog it, dude. There's no shot.